In today's video, you're going to get to see a beautiful Barracuda. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I am thrilled you're joining me today. Today I have the pleasure of introducing to you to a gentleman. His name is Alan. Alan has a gorgeous 1971 Barracuda convertible. It is a completely gorgeous resto mod in a beautiful sassy green color. Yes, that is the name of the color. It is impeccable in every way. It's understandable as to why, because Alan owns his own car restoration company called Gallant Automotive Restoration. He has an incredible home workshop as well. So without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, and let's check out this beautiful 1971 Barracuda. Okay, hang on a second, Alan. Let me catch up with you. All right. Rev the engine, sir. Wow, that is a beast. And honk the horn. Beautiful. Come on out. Alan, tell me
Kevin.
what you've got here.
We've got a 1971 Barracuda Convertible resto mod.
Wow. And how long have you had this beautiful machine?
Well, I've got it about 3 years ago. Took me about a year to build it, and I've been out enjoying it the past couple summers now.
Who built this?
I built it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting. So where's this passion come from, Alan?
Well, as kids, we all built model cars, I'm sure. So around the end of high school, I was given a 72 Barracuda, and that kind of just started the craze. I've been going at it ever since for about 40 years now. Building cars, restoring cars, all Mopars, of course.
Mopar or no car, right?
You bet.
So this is it. But this is now your passion and also your business. This is what you do.
Right. I do this every day of the week. I've been doing it for a few years now for other people, and well, quite a few years actually. And I've got about 50 restorations under my belt.
Wow.
And customers all over North America.
That's extraordinary. And what's the name of your business then?
It's pretty simple. It's Alan Gallant Automotive Restoration.
That's easy. AGAR. For sure.
AGAR, yeah.
Priceless. Oh my God, Alan. This is an absolute joy. You know it got a lot of attention at the car show in Georgetown, right?
It pretty much grabs attention everywhere it goes.
Wow.
Maybe it's the color, maybe it's the top down or the white interior. I don't really know what attracts people, but it's a gorgeous car.
Absolutely. What is the color, by the way?
It's a variation of factory sassy grass green.
Say that again, sassy?
Sassy grass green.
Wow. You
Yeah.
built this. So what was the condition like when you first got the car?
So actually, I received the car for free. And you're gonna say, whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, tell me how.
So a gentleman up north had two Barracuda convertibles, and he gave me this one as payment for restoring his other car. Wow. So really, it was by chance that I happened onto this car. And it was a bit of a basket case. It was just a gutted shell when I got it. Someone had started doing the rust repair and metal work, whatnot, but when I saw the condition of it, I knew right away it had to be built as a restomod instead of a OE type restoration, which most people might lean towards.
So what is the trigger for that? Like what makes you decide that, you know what, I cannot bring this back to the original specs? This has to be a modern version of what made you decide for this particular car?
Well, as I said, it was pretty much a gutted shell. So we're talking no engine, no transmission, no interior. There was no broadcast sheet, which is important documentation for these Mopars. There was no fender tags. Basically, I had the VIN tag on the dash, and that's all that was there. So without that important documentation, there's really no telling what the car or how the car was built from day one.
Right.
It's basically, all I know is it's a 1971 Barracuda convertible that was a 318 automatic to begin with.
Okay. And now it's a what?
Well, now we took it a little bit further. As you can see, it looks stock original from the outside appearance, but under the hood, it's a brand new crate 392 Hemi motor, backed up by a Tremec 5-speed transmission. It has RMS front suspension, which is adjustable coilovers, rack and pinion steering. It has RMS 4-link rear suspension with adjustable coilovers. So it rides, let's be honest, it rides like a brand new car. It has Wellwood disc brakes, 6-piston up front, 4-piston in the rear, so it stops. It has Dakota digital gauges. It has LED upgraded lighting, air conditioning, power windows, power top. Basically, it has everything you want out of your new car, but yet looks like an old car.
Incredible. You don't have a reverse camera though, do you?
I do not have a reverse camera,
I had
but
to find some fault with the damn thing.
But who backs up anyhow, right?
This is true.
Yes.
All right. Can we take a look at the engine here?
Certainly.
I love the pins. Oh my God. Alan.
So cleanliness was what I was after. I took the extra time to hide all the air conditioning lines and whatnot. They all run in the wheelhouse instead. All the
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
All the all the wiring is hidden away from view. The computer that controls the engine, the ECU, that's hidden inside the car. All sorts of little tricks going on here.
My God, Alan. You're a master at this. Not a wire in sight. There's no extra collateral here. It's just as clean as one gets. Wow.
You can also see that 35, 40 years of doing OE restorations. I also incorporated that into like the fender sticker and the fender tags and the all the proper stickers. They've all been
I see that
really
too.
blew that up.
Even your stickers here, or the
AGAR is there. Yeah, you might
like,
want to add.
So here's my question then. When you started this project, was that the intention? Like you didn't want to see extra cables, this or anything? Like that was the whole point of doing it the way you've done it?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, a lot of people place these new Gen 3 Hemis in these old cars, and they've got that computer and the wiring and all that, AC hoses and belts and whistles and dogs and cats everywhere. But I wanted to hide everything. I wanted to keep it clean. So a little extra effort went in to hide all the AC hoses in the inner wheel well. The water control valve is hidden up in the cowl. All the wiring associated with the headlights and whatnot is all hidden. But as you can see, I also take a little extra effort to get all the correct details from 70, 71 in there, like the original fender tags. Right. I had them custom made. The emission control sticker is custom made. Somewhere in there it says that it doesn't care about California emissions.
Okay.
And
wow, so you've gone to all the lengths and all the detail required to get this up to spec.
Yeah, for sure. You'd see the proper plating on the wiper motor and the latches and whatnot. That's all details that I've been doing for the past 40 years as far as OE restorations are concerned. So why not bring it into this resto mod as well?
Wow, Alan. Like this is a thing of beauty. I am so impressed with this. And your workmanship, my friend. This is extraordinary.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I take great pride in my work. I have a lot of happy customers all around.
So how do the customers find you? They just kind of look at what you've done before? Like, How many cars have you done? You said 50 plus over the years?
I believe on my website you'll find over 55 cars that I've done now. This hobby is a lot of word of mouth, right? So once you're out there and people get to know you, the phone starts ringing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just a small business, I'm just one guy, and I can basically pick and choose the jobs I want to do.
And do you have like a big shop with a hoist and a rotisserie and all those good things?
Sometimes late at night when I'm dreaming, yes, I do. But I only literally work out of my home, and it's a 2-car garage, and I do the best I can with what I got.
No.
Yeah, it's all about organization and choreographing the cars that come and go, basically.
Organizations. If I was to ask your wife, is Alan really well organized, would she say yes?
Of course she would.
Uh-huh.
She knows exactly what to say.
My
Ontario,
God. Alan. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like everything about this car. I love how the exhausts are so neatly hidden and everything. Like it's so cool. How much space in the trunk, my friend?
Not a lot. Again, I have all the factory details and stuff in the trunk as well,
My Lord.
with the collapsible spare and the correct jack and whatnot.
And it's all clean too, Alan?
Yeah. And I also put the battery back here for more room up front.
That is a different battery. What is that? It's not a standard.
That's the Optimum Premium battery. It's one of the better ones that all the street rodders and stuff use because of its
Okay.
compact size and high cranking amps.
Where'd you get all the stickers in that though? Like, did you?
Well, those are all recreations made available for, you know, the restoration crowd, obviously, right? It's stickers like this that I had custom made, obviously,
For
trying
you,
to reflect the
absolutely.
old dealer sticker of the 70s,
the
right?
day, yeah.
Back in the day.
This tire is what?
It's what they call the inflatable spare. So you were supposed to put it on there and use that bottle to inflate it.
Wow.
I have no idea whether they ever worked. I don't think they caught on.
So that is a period correct.
That is the correct piece for this car, yeah, in
Extraordinary.
71.
My oh my. There's so much presence with this car, Alan. Like it's just unbelievable how gorgeous she is. Now the rear spoiler as well. This is something that you added on. Would it?
Well,
would it have been on
it's
the
a
original
factory
Barracuda?
option,
It
yeah,
is, right?
factory option, along with the elastomeric bumpers, like the body-colored bumpers. They're actually a rubber bumper, a rubber-coated bumper. That would have been a factory option on the car.
Tell me about these rims.
So, Year One put out these 17-inch wheels that look pretty much like the stock original 15-inch rallies, but it gives you more room for the larger brakes. And it has Nitto NT555 tires, but I've disguised them with my Goodyear lettering so that people think they're the original
Wow.
type tire.
So Polyglass was actually the name that
Was
Goodyear
the
made?
tire used on the cars in the 70s, yeah.
My Lord, Alan. There's something about cars that always gets me, and there's specific angles and lines that I always notice more. It's this little curve here. The way it kind of just goes like that is just beautiful designing. Like the Barracuda is just absolutely stunning. Wonderful machine. Can we take a look inside?
For sure.
I love this cream interior. Who did the coach work on this then?
The seats actually I found on the internet, and then
Oh, wow.
I had a gentleman down in St. Catharines stitch up the back seat to match the front seats. The gauges are Dakota digital. They look stock, but they're actually plugged into the computer, and they monitor the engine through the ECU, which is really nice, very accurate.
Wow.
And it records your quarter-mile time and your 0 to 60 time, all that stuff. So you can see in the bottom there, they have the speedometer and whatnot. I have that one set to kilometers.
Right.
It also gives me outside temperature, directions, everything you'd expect from a new car.
My goodness me.
It has all sorts of warning lights, warning buzzers if the car's running too hot, if it's running low on gas. Highly recommend those Dakota digital gauges for sure. They're wonderful.
The one furthest to the right, so it's got a clock in the middle.
Right.
What's around it?
So the factory actually had a second hand that would go around.
Sweep around, really? Wow.
For some reason, they didn't include that in their design. So they got the numbers there for the appearance, but they don't actually have the second hand. And that's about maybe the only complaint that I've heard about these gauges.
I love your steering wheel, Alan.
And again, this is what I feel is a modern version of the tough grip wheel, which was quite common in the Mopars. But it gives you this extra room for our aging bodies.
You're a young man. What are you talking about? How about the shifter there? That is not stock.
That is the Hurst pistol grip shifter handle that would have been stock in these cars. Yeah,
really?
It would have. Yes. Now, mind you, this one's hooked to a 5-speed transmission, which gives you a little extra comfort on the highway.
What does the top lift button do?
Well, you might notice it's a convertible.
No.
So it has a power top, yes.
Crying out loud, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
And obviously that works
It's all
too.
hydraulic. Yeah,
Yes.
it all works great.
Beautiful. Alan. And what? Fasten seatbelt light?
Reverse.
Reverse,
So when you get
wow.
into reverse, you know that.
My goodness. I love the finish on this. And power even rear windows too.
Yeah.
The color combination on this, like, was a cream interior always an option available back in the day?
Yeah, basically, I mean, they refer to it as white interior, but
Okay.
yeah, it is quite an off-white. It would have been an option, and I think it looks great with all the high impact colors, the greens, the purples, the reds, the yellows. That's why I chose it for this car. Plus, driving a convertible with black interior is like driving a frying pan some days, so this is nice and cool.
No kidding. Wow, Teflon. I love it. Everything about this machine. And the fact you're saying that you did it in your home garage just kind of blows me away a bit.
Well, I don't do body and paint work. I give that credit to Terrence.
Right.
And I don't do major rust repair in the garage either. I don't want to upset the neighbors too much. But maybe later we'll check out my garage and I'll show you that what I can get done in there is pretty impressive, I think.
I would love to see that. Yes, that's fantastic. Wow. Well, we've chatted a bit. We should go for a drive, don't you think?
Do you want to drive?
No, you drive it.
Oh, okay.
As much as I want to, I'll let you drive it. Oh, I love that engine sound. Where's reverse, by the way?
There's your little
Oh, actually, you got the indicator right there.
Yeah, and there's your little light too.
Aha! You weren't kidding. Alan, don't you feel young when you drive this thing?
Well, I am young, Kevin. No, you're right. It does take back. It does.
I was warned about you.
It does take back a few years, that's for sure.
It does, right? Wow, like it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, would you ever part with this car?
Everything's for sale, Kevin.
Really?
Everything's for sale.
Okay, so if anybody's interested,
For sure.
send me a note and I'll connect you with Alan. That engine sound, Alan. You get a lot of looks though, don't you? A lot of thumbs up and appreciation.
Pretty much everywhere I go.
The ride on this is beautiful.
Actually, it's all adjustable, right? And I have it actually turned way down because I like that nice, soft, cushy ride.
Yes.
I'm not about the stiff, go-kart type ride.
Sure.
I like a nice, smooth ride.
I was going to say as we age, but as I age, I appreciate that more. Oh. What would you say is the horsepower on this thing now?
Well, the engine's brand new right from Chrysler, and they're rated at 495 horsepower.
495.
And just about as much torque as well.
Yeah.
I did a car previously and put it on a chassis dyno with the same engine, and we
Right.
got 450 horsepower at the rear wheel.
Wow.
So,
Alan, I may have stained your seat. Wow. So you've seen Georgetown change over the years, have you not?
oh, sir, for sure. It's I've been here about 25 years, and it's doubled in size, I would imagine.
It's a beautiful town. I love the downtown core of Georgetown as well. Nicely done. So what was the very first car you ever had?
Well, my very first muscle car was a 72 Barracuda.
Okay.
However, when I was in high school, my mom had given me her 1973 AMC Sportabout wagon.
Whoa.
And actually, she had gotten a new car, and I got the hand-me-downs. So
So
my
a
very
station-
first
a
car
station wagon.
was a station wagon
Beautiful.
AMC Hornet, yes.
Wow.
And my only non-Mopar that I've ever owned.
Well, you're a popular kid in school for sure. If you wanted to go to a party somewhere, then obviously
I did have
Alan.
my own wheels, which
Yes.
is always good.
And a station wagon. Pack as many people as
Yeah.
you like in there. So extraordinary. This is quite the machine, Alan. Wow.
And it has
You never get tired of that, do you? Wow.
In the early days, I was featured in about maybe a dozen magazines or so over the years with my
Really?
cars, but I haven't really tried for that lately.
Was there one car you...
Sort of been there, done that.
Okay, got the t-shirt. Was there one car that sticks out to you, Alan, that you say, that was a favorite car I ever worked on?
I did have a 1971 Plymouth Duster Twister, which was a rare model of that car, and it had a folding vinyl sunroof.
Okay.
There's only maybe half a dozen or so known to exist.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about stable as well. Alan, this is really special. So do you go to many car shows?
I try to get to as many car shows as I can.
Even in the US?
We're heading to Chrysler's at Carlisle in 2 weeks.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So is that just strictly Mopar cars or everything?
It's it's one of the largest Chrysler-only car shows in North America.
Awesome.
And also we have our Mopar Fest, which is here in New Hamburg, Ontario,
When
in
is that?
August.
August, okay.
Yeah. I try to get to the big ones.
Good for you. And I'm sure you, over the years, you've won prizes for a lot of your cars when you showed up.
I did have quite the trophy room at one time, yeah. But my wife's not a big fan of them, so now they get stuffed in a closet somewhere.
Now they're dust collectors, okay. the ride on this, Alan, like honestly, it is just beautiful.
That's what I try to tell people. It's like
Beautiful.
my definition of a restomod is a car that's had a restoration, but mod stands for modern.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand for modifications. Some people who claim their car's a restomod because they got big fat tires on it or chrome valve covers.
Not the same.
I call it a restomod because it's restored, but it's got the modern technology and the modern ride, suspension, brakes, drivetrain. That's my definition.
And also, like, if I ask you the same question, is there a car you wish, you know what, I'd love to get one of these?
My favorite car has always been the 1971 Cuda, and the pinnacle of that is the 1971 Cuda Convertible.
Okay.
And we're driving one right now, so I'm ready to retire.
Yeah, you're there. You've got it.
I've met
checked
my,
off all the boxes and a
I
few
have
more.
checked off all the boxes. I'm ready to retire. This is my shop,
Where?
right there.
No.
Yeah, you're looking at it.
Are you serious? Okay. This you gotta show me. Honestly, I thought you were pulling my leg when you said it's a two-car garage.
Well, let's just have a look-see.
Shall we see? All right. Shall I call you a liar? This
Well,
is your workshop.
Well, I warn you, it could be a little messy, but it is a working shop.
All right.
Let's have a look.
Let's do that. Oh my God, Alan.
So what we have here is a customer's 1971 Dodge Demon 340.
Wow.
Factory plum crazy purple car, 4-speed, really neat piece.
My God. You know what, Alan, I honestly thought you would have the hoist, everything, but literally two-car garage.
The car is completely assembled in this room, no hoist. I lift it up on axle stands and do all the work myself laying on my back.
My goodness, Alan.
I have a friend that comes in and does the glass installation for me, Scott Davis, and the headliner. And then, of course, this car was also painted by Saunders Customs in Acton.
Wow. Excuse me, and it's a Demon at that.
The Demon's a funny car because of the, when they brought it out in 1971, the religious groups didn't like it whatsoever. So it lasted for the model year 71 and the model year 72, but then it was axed in favor of the Dart Sport. So there's not a lot of Demons out there, actually.
Not of that, and then the name came back for the modern versions.
Right.
But wow.
This is a Beatty & Woods built 340. Actually, the number's matching 340 engine for the car, but it's now rated about 470 horsepower.
Oh,
So it'll get up and move too.
my God. And again, such a clean, clean look. You've mastered this, Alan? Wow. What is this car?
This car came from Lindsay, Ontario. It was sitting in a farm barn somewhere,
God almighty.
and it's took quite a bit of work to get her into this condition, but
Oh, I love these rims as well. Just lovely.
these are actually the 15-inch version of what's on my car, obviously. And these are the original Goodyear polyglass tires that we spoke of earlier. Yes, those are all the original factory rally gauges, restored with new bezels and whatnot, all rebuilt.
Who does stuff like that these days? Like, are there specialists that do that kind of work?
The instruments were actually recalibrated and restored by a company called Mr. Heaterbox. It's an odd name for a company, but they do tremendous work on gauges as well as all sorts of components for automobiles.
And where are they located?
Somewhere in Ontario, north of here.
Wow.
Now, a lot of people ask me, how do I do all this work in this small little garage? But I do have a secret.
What is that?
It's what I call my very understanding wife. Why don't you come on down for a sec?
Okay.
We had this house custom built with this staircase. This is what I call my understanding wife, because Not too many people have a basement just like this. Come on in.
Come on, show me. Oh my God, Alan.
So what we have here is about 1,150 square feet of workshop.
And you've got a little helper here.
And that is Bella. She's my
Hello,
helper
Bella.
of the day. Yeah.
How are you, sweetheart? Hi. Wow. So this is where some of the magic happens.
This is where all the magic happens. Right here is a dashboard assembly I'm working on, and this monstrous spaghetti of wiring for the Hellcat engine that's going into a 70 CUDA.
And that's the engine that's sitting out there right now?
Yeah, it's an 807 horsepower red-eye Hellcat engine.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, so again with the Dakota digital gauges, vintage air, all sorts of tricks.
You know, as we were standing in your garage, I mean, hell, we're in Canada. It gets bloody cold here in the winter. I was thinking to myself, I know you got a big ass heater there.
Yes.
But is that sufficient to keep everything warm?
I'm out there on the coldest day in my t-shirt. I mean, I can get that to 75, 80 degrees in about 20 minutes.
Wow.
And of course, down here, it's nice and cool in the summertime, so.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that a chopper?
That is my original paint, original 1971 CCM Marauder bicycle
Wow.
with about 10 years of dust on it.
Look at the shifter on this thing.
All original paint and everything.
My goodness. Al. You know you've got something really special here too.
Yeah, everybody
Wow,
that
there's a
comes down here
collector
wants to
item.
buy it.
No kidding.
So organization, here we have one car. This is a 1971 CUDA that's out getting the metal work done on it right now. 5-speed transmissions, custom front suspension, basically a restomod as well. This is another restomod, a 70 CUDA that's waiting to get into metal work. And then we have the what I call the SRT AAR, which is the red-eye Hellcat 1970 CUDA. So yeah, everything's labeled. Everything's organized.
Alan, again, I'm speechless. Not what I expected to see.
Well, like I said, not too many guys have this in their basement, but it's all about working with what you have.
So in essence then, you work one car at a time? Like it's sort of a custom...
I have four cars on the go.
Okay.
But only one car in the shop at a time. And it's all about choreographing each car as they come and go, right? I like to have one getting painted and one out getting the rust repair, one possibly in storage or one getting reassembled all at the same time. And that just flows well.
That's a lot of coordination. Good project management skills right there to make that happen.
I really enjoy the classic cars, obviously.
You do, but I mean, you never officially trained to be a mechanic or anything like that?
No, you know, grade 12 education, right? And School of Hard Knocks after that. Yeah. So just learning as I go.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Wow. That, you know, you're a testament to the love and the passion you have for these cars, but it's just outstanding what you do, right?
Thank you.
Amazing. And who says you need a big fancy shop to do all this?
Well, that's been my argument for the years and years. People would say, "Oh, you need a bigger place," or "Oh, you need this," and and I always denied it, and I'm glad I did because I'm very happy where I am and very stress-free.
You've proven you can
life.
make it work.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. But you do need a understanding wife and family for sure. That does help.
Yes, that goes a long way.
Definitely. Wow. Amazing. All right, Alan, what is this?
Well, my daughter really loves it when I refer to it as the beast. But honestly, I can't find much better words to describe this. It's 807 horsepower red-eye Hellcat motor, right from Chrysler, right out of the crate. It has custom TTI 3-inch exhaust headers. It's sitting on Riley Motorsport RMS front suspension, same as what we discussed in the green convertible, and it's backed up by a Tremec 5-speed transmission. This monster is going to scare the bejeebas out of anybody that drives it. I can tell you that right now. Wow. It's going to be installed in a 1970 CUDA AAR clone.
Wow.
But unfortunately, when it's finished, it's heading straight to Florida.
Is it really? Oh,
I probably won't get much of a time behind the wheel.
Oh, wow. how do you get something like that? Do you order it directly from?
Yeah, actually, the
Like,
motor
how do
from
you
my
do
car,
this?
the motor in my car came directly from Georgetown Chrysler.
Okay.
I have another 392 on order right now. So the unfortunate part is because they discontinued the cars with these motors, the Chargers and Challengers have been discontinued with the Hemi motor. The Hemis are going to get harder
over
to
the
acquire.
years, right.
So the one I've got on order now has been on back order for a while, but they say I can get it. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, I got a logistical question. How do you get this thing home?
Well, I do own a pickup truck like
Okay.
most men, and I have an engine hoist right there. So I'm out here sometimes with that engine hoist as high as it can go to get these engines out of the back of the truck and into the shop here.
Do you do everything by yourself? Like, do your kids help out? Like, how do you?
Well,
I'm just trying to wrap my head around
I
this.
would like to say I do everything by myself, but my daughter would get a little upset because I had her out here yesterday helping me with some stuff.
Okay.
So she likes to think she helps. So
All right. What's
Eh.
her name then?
my daughter's name is Rachel.
Rachel. Okay. Kudos to Rachel for helping Dad out and being part of this
And
process.
my son Eric is always out here helping me bleed the brakes and stuff like that. With, you know, jobs that are two-man jobs.
Right.
He can he'll step it up too. So
Okay.
shout out to both of them.
Wonderful. Who are you going to leave this one to if you don't sell it?
Oh, as I mentioned, this is not my car. This belongs to a customer.
Oh, not this one.
Oh,
This
that one.
Yes. Yeah, tough question. Go. How are you going to answer this one on camera?
So I guess everything goes directly to my wife.
Oh, so well. put.
However, my wife, my son, and my daughter don't know how to drive manual, so I'm not sure what they'll do with
Well,
it.
you know what, Alan? I do. So, you know, I'm just saying, you got my
Okay.
number.
I'm sure my wife would say funeral at 1, auction at 2. So
Amazing. Thank you. Alan, this is, I mean, I am speechless, really, for not just this beautiful car, but your whole business, how you operate it, literally in a 2-car garage, your passion, your love, your craftsmanship, everything. Like you are the go-to guy for sure. That's amazing.
well, I've been called worse, but thank you very much, Kevin, for coming on out, taking the time, getting a little taste of what I do all day long and the cars that I like to play with.
That's amazing. And the name of your business again is?
Alan Gallant Automotive Restoration.
And you have a website that
I do have a
link on as
website.
well. Okay.
You can feel free to check it out. It's alangallantautomotiverestoration.com.
Excellent. Thank you again.